Dear friends, I am Dr. Santosh Kumar Misra, Associate Professor in Economics, Department of Humanities and Social Science, Shiksha Anusandhan deemed to be University, Odisha, India. We are here to start our course Intermediate Microeconomics 2. In our course 1, that is your Intermediate Microeconomics 1, we broadly discuss about 3 different aspects. First one is relating to product market. This is your perfect competition, how buyer and seller behaves, how equilibrium comes, and if other factor now affects, non-price factor now affects, then what happens to your initial equilibrium, whether that initial equilibrium changes or that initial equilibrium remain constant, whether shortage there or surplus in the market, then everything we discuss in our first course. We discuss in our first course about the consumer behavior, where we discuss about cardinal utility approach, ordinal utility approach, and your revealed preference theory. Also in our course 1, we discuss about the behavior of the producers, we discuss broadly about the theory of production and theory of cost, taking into consideration short run and long run. Now, one of the important question is why you are choosing now this is the second course. So, before moving to that particular one, we have to ask you one very important question, that what do you mean by your market? So, market is a system where a group of a buyer and a group of a seller interact with each other, bargain for the price of that particular product, then come and reach a common price, after then your trade takes place. But one question comes in our mind, that what are different type of market structure prevails in the economy. If we deeply you have to observe this particular picture, then you have to observe in one part left hand side top corner, you have to observe now there is now vegetables, there is now fruits. In the right hand side top, if you have to observe, there is now Indian Railway. In the bottom side of your left hand side, you have to observe there is now 2 airline service, one is your American airline service and another one is your British airline service. And if the bottom part of your right hand side you have to now focus, then you have to observe now there is now lot of commodities available. These are the packing product, these are the biscuits, these are the soap, these are the detergents, these are different type of your products you have to observe. So why I am showing this particular 4 picture, it has a basic reason. You have to observe now the first category, there is a competition among the firms. But what happened for your Indian Railway? Indian Railway is the only service provider in India. This is the reason why that monopoly power is with your Indian Railway. If you have to focus for now this oligopoly, then you have to observe there is now few sellers. If we have to talk about 2 or 3 or 4, then their number is very few, and that type of a market structure is basically known as your oligopoly market structure. But if you have to focus about your monopolistic competition, then you have to observe now there is now many sellers, there is now many firms, those who are producing now basically similar product with a very slight differentiation in that particular product. This is the basic reason why I am showing you all these 4 type of market. So in this second course, we have to focus about the perfect competition market structure, we have to focus about the monopoly market structure, we have to focus about the monopolistic competition market structure, and we have to focus about the oligopoly. If the farm number is very large, if the farm number is very small, if the farm number is only 1, if a product is now identical, if a product is now differentiated product, if a product is now homogeneous, if a product is now heterogeneous, then which type of a market structure constitutes there, then you have to learn in this particular one. Now suppose researchers reveal or scientists reveal, if people will consume more coffee, then there will be a less risk towards your heart disease. There is a less risk or less chance towards your heart attack. Then if this particular news comes, then how people will now react? If people will react, then what happens to the market? This particular analysis, when you have to go, then we can say that there is again 4 panel. I have to show you that the first question comes now because of this particular news. When a scientist now reveal, when your researchers now show that when people will consume more and more coffee, then there is a less risk for your heart attack. So if this news spread, then what happens to your demand for coffee? This is the first question comes in our mind. If demand will fluctuate, then what happens to demand for laborer working in a coffee farm? So immediately we are moving from one market to another market, from product market to factor market, from coffee market to labor market. Tea is a substitute to coffee. In a winter evening, if coffee is not available, then you can manage by this tea. So when a coffee demand is now affected in the market, then how your tea demand now reacts? If tea demand now reacts, then what happens to your demand for labor working in the tea farm? What is my intention for providing all this information? We will not restrict our knowledge. We will not restrict our study with a single product, with a single market. Rather, we are moving from one market to another market, from product market to factor market, and there is now indefinite relationship we have to now focus. What is this concept? That particular concept which is now connecting your product market with your factor market is basically known as your general equilibrium. Another question now comes to in my mind that do markets are always efficient to allocate the resource? This is a question. I have to show you some of the picture. Now you guess what happens in this particular situation. This is what a market power. Market power, carefully what to observe here is now 7% those who are now applying for the patent of one particular pharmaceutical product. But that patent or that right which is provided by your union government is provided to one. So that person is now very happy. Why that person is very happy? That one is the producer, and that particular producer will now control the whole market. So when that particular producer will control the whole market, so monopoly power is with that particular person. As a result, what happens? Market fails. If you have to deeply observe your second one, then this one is relating to externality. Economic theory speaks. Externality means the impact of one person's action on the well-being of the bystander. The person, those who are initiating this action, if others will be affected because of them, then there is now externality. That externality may be positive externality, that externality may be negative externality. That externality maybe comes from your consumption activity, or that externality comes from your production activities. So the first panel of a figure shows if you have to smoke a cigarette on a public place, you will get the benefit from that particular one. But what happens to social cost? Your environment will be polluted. People, those who will pass nearby you, those who are basically in economic theory, we have to tell they are the passerby, they are the relatives, they are the neighbors, they will be immediately affected, but in no way they are now linked with your action. If you have to focus about this one, then one Jatra Pandal you have to observe now, it is a noise pollution. If you have to focus about the third one, then you have to observe now from a coal manufacturing unit, your pollution is now coming and it pollutes the whole society. If you have to focus about the fourth one, then this particular picture is an indication that you have to consume the alcohol and you have to drive the car. So you are getting the satisfaction from that particular one. But when you are driving that particular car, then if any mishap will happen, then the persons, those who are nowhere linked with your action, those who are not getting anything from your consumption of alcohol, but they will be now affected. This is the reason why from all these activities, your negative externality is now generating. So when a negative externality is generating, we are basically telling that market is now inefficient. This is your market failure. It is not about your negative externality only. We are talking about the positive externality. Means if you have to take one action and because of your action, I am nowhere linked with you, but if I will get some benefit from that particular one, means a social benefit is now greater than your private benefit, then we have to tell from that one, your positive externality is now generating. First one, it is your COVID vaccine. When that particular COVID-19, that coronavirus, now attack the human race across the globe, starting from your advanced country to your poorer countries. No one left. Then scientists now work on the laboratory and they now develop this COVID-19 and this is your COVID-19 vaccination, and when a COVID-19 vaccination you have to now take, then you have to observe now, first you have to protect and finally what happens then from a society point of view, we also get the benefit. So social benefit from vaccination is more in comparison to your individual benefit. Whether we have to talk about vaccination towards your polio, we have to talk about the vaccination towards your BCG, then vaccination, that particular person who will take that vaccination, definitely that particular person will get the benefit, but what about the society? The social benefit is now higher in comparison to your private benefit. So here this concept is known as your positive externality. This is your gardening. You have to plant a tree in your residence. but the benefit go to the neighbors. Third one, education, understand it. So you will get the knowledge from that particular classroom, then you start sharing that particular knowledge with others. So knowledge creates a positive externality. If you have to focus about the fourth one, then you have to observe now research and development activities are now going on. So research and development activity is also creates a positive externality. So when externality now generates from any activities, that activity may be your production activity or that activity is your consumption activity, then in that particular situation we can say market failure comes. This is your public good. Public good, non-excludable and non-rival, very important feature economists tell. Public good is characterized by non-excludable and non-rival. What this particular concept indicates, no one is paying for that and all are now getting the service. This is your national defense. If you have to focus this particular national defense, then you have to observe that no one is paying for that directly. No one is paying, but all are getting this particular service. So this is a public good. And this is a public good which is a provision by the government. So no one is paying for that. So when no one is paying for that, it indicates that market is now failure there. This is the reason why there is a poor reason behind that. Sometimes market fails because of your market power, sometimes market fails because of your externality, sometimes market fails because of your public good provision, and sometimes market fail because of your asymmetric information about the market. If the information is your asymmetric, then we can say in that particular situation also market failure now comes. So the question comes, what is the motivation behind this particular course? Carefully you have to observe the market structure decided by the type of identical or differentiated to be produced and sold by the producer, and the degree of market power exercised and welfare enjoyed by both buyers and sellers. The course seeks to study the price and output determination. So price and output we have to determine in different market structures. What happens in case of your perfectly competitive market? What happens in case of your monopoly market? What happens in case of your monopolistic competitive market? What happens in case of your oligopoly market? So among markets in analyzing the partial and general equilibrium. This course also focuses on the various reasons behind market failure. We have already discussed briefly, and the consequent intervention of the government. So if there is a market failure, what type of role government is now playing to make the market now efficient? We have to discuss. Then this course is an attempt to equip the learners to understand the mechanism and operation of different market structures, analyze and suggest appropriate public policies, protecting the interest of a buyer and a seller to maximize their welfares. This is our intermediate microeconomics 2. This is the total course structure. So it is now broadly divided into 3 sections. In the first section, we have to discuss about the market structure. It is for your product market and factor market. In the first, we have to discuss about the perfect competition. In the second, we have to discuss about the monopoly. In the third, we have to discuss about the monopolistic competition. And in the fourth, we have to discuss about the oligopoly market. In the middle section, we have to discuss about the general equilibrium, market efficiency under perfect competition, and we have to discuss about the welfare economics. In the last part, we have to discuss about the market failures. So we have to start from market. Then there is a general equilibrium, then there is a market failure, and there is the possible reason for this market failure is your market power. Second one is your externality. Third one is a provision of your public goods, and the fourth one is known as your asymmetric information. So what is our course plan? This course is also covers 10 weeks. The first week is your product market. We have to start. This is your perfect competition market structure in detail. We have to discuss, taking into consideration whether firms are operating in a short run or firms are operating in a long run, whether firms are getting now supernormal profit or normal profit or loss, or whether that a firm will simply shut down that particular or exit that market. In the second week, we have to discuss about the monopoly and price discrimination. In the third week, we have to discuss about the price and output determination under monopolistic competition. In the fourth chapter, we have to discuss about, fourth week, this is your oligopoly and game theory. In the fifth week, we have to discuss about the market forces for factors of production. We have to discuss about the labor market, assuming your perfectly competitive market structure, how wage is now determined in a factor market, we have to discuss in broad sense. and what are other factors which influence the demand side of that labor market and supply side of labor market, and also we have to discuss about your comparative statics, what happens to your equilibrium position. Then in the sixth, we have to discuss about the production possibility frontier with its application, and in seventh week we have to discuss about the general equilibrium and welfare economics. In your eighth week, we have to discuss about market failure because of your market power, and in ninth week we have to discuss about the same market failure, but we have to extend our teaching towards your externalities, that is your production and consumption externalities, positive and negative externalities. And in the 10th week, we have to discuss about the market failure, that is for your public goods and market with your asymmetric information. So thank you all once again for choosing this particular course, accepting this particular course. So in our coming class, we have to start from our first market structure, that is your perfectly competitive market structures. Firm's behavior, how that firm will maximize your price and output, maximize the profit, determine that output and your price in the short run, determine price and output in the long run, and we have to study that whether that firm will get now supernormal profit, or that one will get now normal profit, or that firm will face the loss, and in that particular situation whether that firm will shut down that business temporarily or exit that particular market permanently. All these concepts we have to discuss in our coming class. So thank you once again for choosing this particular course. Thank you all.